Alright everyone, today I got another video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 best heroes that I've consulted with a top 20 player from Overwatch named Next. If you want, you can check him out in the link in the description below. He's got a Twitch, a YouTube, all that stuff. But essentially we're going to be talking about 5 really OP heroes for Marvel Rivals. So at number 5 is going to be Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl is essentially Junkrat from Overwatch, except probably a little bit more mobility, as she can reset her cooldowns with an ability. Essentially her kit, she throws explosive acorns. She has a root that throws and can bounce, so it can keep rolling and hitting people to whoever it hits. She has a super jump that can get her away and kite from enemies or get into better places. And yes, she can reset those two by eating acorns. And her ultimate just does a bunch of damage when you throw squirrels at people. But essentially her main DPS, the exploding acorns, does a lot of damage. You can do some wall bounces, and it's just overall very high DPS. So if you're really good at lobbing grenades to the enemy, Squirrel Girl is your character, and she's definitely fairly easy to play. Maybe in the higher elos you will have people who avoid these grenades and can use a lot of aerial tactics, but she's really good at ground siege. Of course, if there are people floating in air, it's a bit hard to hit them, so you might want to switch to someone who can hit scan. But again, tons of DPS, and it's fairly easy for noobs to play. So if you're a noob, play Squirrel Girl, if you want to carry. Next up is going to be Luna. Luna Snow is a healer that actually heals quite a bit, since her healing does come from her ammo. Of course, you have to aim at your allies, and if they have tricky movement, you can't heal them. She also has a freeze, aka stun, so if you hit someone with a freeze, they're stunned for a while and you can basically kill them. And something cool about her is she has Ice Guard, so you can heal 2 people at once. Essentially what it does is the person buffed by the Ice Guard gets healed or when you heal other players, so it provides a lot of healing. The second thing is she has a skill that improves her healing as well as damage and turns her auto attack into an ice beam. So if you want more improved healing, that's your best bet. But the thing is that's really good about her, and what makes her top tier, is her ultimate. It's an AoE healing ultimate that lasts for like 5 to 10 seconds and just heals everyone around you, or you can even use it to damage boost your allies and switch back when you need to heal them. Essentially, it's a Zenyatta ultimate that makes your whole team invulnerable, right? So if someone is using an ultimate like Psylocke slashing around your teammates, you can use this to disable their ultimate and their engage. Or if the enemy uses like 2 or 3 ultimates to engage on your team, this just will counter all 3 of them because it just heals way too much. So whenever a healer has this kind of ultimate in a competitive game, it's really game changing and impactful. And it's, if you play League, well, it's like having 5 KO ults on your teammates. Next up is going to be Mantis. Mantis, essentially what she does is kind of the same thing as Luna Snow. She heals people, she can make people do more damage and inspire them. She can actually damage boost herself, kind of like Luna Snow with the Ice Beam. And then she heals her allies over time, but not as much as Luna Snow, as hers is more bullets. She has to wait for her leaves to come up, her life orbs. The thing is though, I always see Mantis actually can 1v1 some of the duelists out there, because she does a lot of damage if she hits her left click. Essentially, she does a lot of damage, maybe a little bit more than Luna Snow, I can't really tell, but unlike Luna Snow, while she's healing her allies with just 1 click of a button, she can actually deal DPS and just poke. But Luna Snow has to heal her allies constantly with her left click, while Mantis can poke. That's the only difference. And their ultimates are very much alike, as Mantis does provide a movement speed boost to her allies and heals them over time and grants it into bonus health if they are already maximum hit point. So essentially for that 5 to 10 seconds, your team is invulnerable, getting bonus healing. And yeah, Mantis and Luna Snow are those 2 invulnerable ultimate denying enemy ultimates type of champions. That's why these 2 are probably your best healers at the moment. Next up are going to be your 2 tanks. I know we said we're going to top 5, but honestly it's going to be top 6. It's going to be Magneto. So Magneto, this champion actually does quite a bit of damage, but the thing about him is he can provide a shield for his enemies. If the enemy, I mean for his allies, if the enemy has a big burst, you can easily block it with your temporary shield. And if your duelist or whoever your ally is taking damage, you can peel them by crafting them a shield while providing himself power for each ring he gets. Essentially though, he is a nice tank support, and his ultimate actually absorbs all enemy projectiles, which can enhance the meteor's power, although it can overload and cause it to self-destruct. But hey, that's pretty cool. It's a nice peeling ultimate, and if he does some projectile stuff, you can absorb it all. And yeah, he's a really good tank support. Next up is going to be Doctor Strange. Who else has a bigger shield than Magneto? That's right, it's going to be Doctor Strange, a kind of Reinhardt variant into Marvel Rivals. But yeah, he's got a big shield. He can deal DPS and range DPS, and then unleash it with his E, doing a lot of damage as he charges up his left click. He can jump into the air, although I guess you could use it for utility, but as a frontline tank, it's a bit awkward, I guess, because he's Doctor Strange and they just gotta give it to him. And of course, his signature move, he can make a portal wherever he wants to another side. It does have some FPS drop issues, lag issues, but it can portal you anywhere on the map, so you can do a nice little cheese flank. Honestly, if you're creative enough, you could probably get some nice setups or send someone in. And his ultimate is like a giant stun, just like Reinhardt from Overwatch. So having CC is really nice. You can set up your allies for a nice death push or big push. Essentially though, big guy, big shield, tanky, and yeah, he is like your Overwatch Reinhardt. And of course, number one is going to be Hela. Hela, I mean, this is a skill champion by far. Anyone who can carry you. This champion hit scan, does a bunch of damage, has some utility moves, you know, can fly away, stun people, but essentially it is just pure mechanics, pure aim. If you headshot them, you do half their health, and then just do another headshot, they're dead. Hela is a champion for Valorant players and Counter-Strike players to show off their aim skills. So if you want that pure raw AK-47, you play Hela, you do DPS, all you gotta is shoot. She's OP. Maybe they have to nerf her, I don't know. Her right click also shoots 4 darts into the enemy and then explodes briefly afterwards. And her ultimate is a aerial siege. It's an AC-130 from Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, if you want to be hyper carry, super carry, just pick Hela, main her, and then just hit people. Hey, this champion it does a lot of DPS if you're good at aiming, and probably one of the highest, and can snipe people last hitting them. Like, it can do instant burst of damage in 2 hits. Like I said, you could just 2-shot people and they can't even react if you're really good at aiming. So that's why she is probably the best Marvel hero at the moment. But yeah, these are the 6 most OP champions in Marvel Rivals. And this tier list was helped by the top 20 Overwatch player next. If you guys want, check them out in the link in the description below. I have all his links there. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time.